Hey guys, what is up? It is Matty from The Chief Life. I wanted to talk to you today about your sleep routine, which is that little section, that little window right before you go to bed, about an hour to an hour and a half before you go to bed. And the different things that you do within that hour to hour and a half can really transition or change the way that you go to sleep. You can either up-regulate your stress and make it really hard to go to sleep, or you can down-regulate your stress and make it super simple for you to fall asleep when your head hits that pillow. We have 5 different things that we're going to talk about today. The first one, number 1, is blue light, minimizing the amount of blue light that you're getting before you go to sleep. Blue light is any form of fake light that we're getting. So regular light bulbs that you have within your house are gonna project blue light into your eyes. Screens, having a screen right here in front of your face is going to be something that projects blue light into your system. And this tells your body, hey, it's time to boost up your serotonin. It's time to make you feel like you're alert and awake and ready to rumble for the day. Even though you might physically be tired, what's happening in your body or in your brain, it's saying, boom, it's time to party. And so when you actually go to sleep, what happens is you fall asleep physically, but mentally your brain is kept up and you never get into that stage, that deep stage of sleep, which we call REM sleep. A way to get around this is either minimizing the amount of blue lights, minimizing the amount of screen time that you're having right before bed, or buying yourself a pair of blue blocking glasses. A company that we collaborate with, which are called Blue Blocks, BLUBLOX, and you can find them at BLOX.com and use the code TCL for 15% off of those. Number 2, we want to avoid stressful situations before bed. Things that are gonna upregulate your stress, once again, are not gonna allow you to sleep very well. This might look like intense gaming right before bed, playing a pretty hardcore action game that's gonna spike your adrenaline. Watching horror movies or reading a horror novel might not be the best thing that gets you to go to sleep. And even if you do get to sleep, you might wake up with some night terrors in the middle of the night. Arguments with loved ones is something that would definitely boost your stress levels. And obviously these can't always be avoided, but if you do have an argument before bed, make sure it is resolved before you go to bed. Otherwise you're gonna sit there spinning around, going over and over that same conversation again and again and again. You always want to make sure that you've solved any of those issues or any of those stories, any of those conversations before you actually get to go to sleep. Number 3, having a proper work shutdown. So we are too connected through the world of technology nowadays that when we are at home, occasionally we get to see work notifications coming through. So first of all, turn off all work notifications that you have available to you on your handy devices. If you can't turn off your notifications, have like a sacred period where you chuck your phone away for say an hour of a night before you go to sleep. However, having a definite work shutdown time when you've finished your work for the day and you physically say work shutdown, when you're shutting that laptop, when you're walking away, dropping the tool belt in the ute, or when you're closing up the store, that is a perfect time to say, hey, I'm done with work for today. It's now time for me to get to chill out. Number 4 is having a shower. Now, the jury is still out as to whether it should be a hot shower or a cold shower. My theory is that men should have a cold shower and that women should have a hot shower. The thought is that if you have a hot shower before you go to bed, your body has to work hard to cool down the extremities. So when you actually jump into bed, you're ready to be in a cooler state to go to sleep. Now my theory is that when I have a hot shower and it's in the middle of summer, that I boil my butt off and I sweat beads all night long, which is not favorable when you're trying to go to sleep. So having a cold shower lowers my core body temperature and allows me to go to sleep. So my theory, once again, ladies, you should try to jump in a hot shower. Men, you should try to jump in a cold shower. Number 5 is doing some form of breath work before you go to sleep. Now this is important because when we go to sleep, we need our heart rate to be below 60 beats per minute. So if you are amped up, a good way to down-regulate that stress, bring your heart rate back down, is through your breath. Simple nose breathing exercises can really help to activate your vagus nerve, which is the nerve that connects your brain to your heart. So when we're doing some simple activation work, what we can find is that your heart rate starts to lower. Once again, we want to get it below 60 beats per minute. My favorite exercise is 4 seconds in through the nose, 8 seconds out through the nose. Try to do it a multiple of 3 or more times, and you'll find some really good results from it. Let's try it out together. In for 1, 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. In. 2, 3, 4. Out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's a wrap, guys. That's our 5 tips for improving your sleep routine, which is that hour to hour and a half before bed. You don't necessarily need to use all 5, but each one of these can really help you out with improving your sleep, making sure that you are getting some very good, deep quality sleep of a nighttime. If you did enjoy this, please subscribe down the bottom. And also, if you got something out of it, of course, other people would too. So share this video around. Thanks heaps, team.